with it. Yeah.
Okay, because we're recording.
Ready.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome to With That Being Said. We have a very special edition today. It's our yoga edition.
Yeah, we have two guests today.
Two guests, not one, but two, from Fireflow Studio, downtown? No. Lower Garden District, off a magazine, the most badass yoga studio in the city. Told you.
Thank you.
Told you I was going to break some hearts.
Thank you.
I just got unfriended 10 times from 10 different yoga teachers on Facebook. That just happened.
Well.
So we have with us Allison Hoffman and Caitlin. I don't know your last name.
Justice. Caitlin Justice.
I did know that.
That is
Now
my
that you
name.
said it.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
We also have with us the Clyde Edwards-Helaire of everything, Sarah Altabello.
That's me.
And I am the mayor of Rouville, Bradley Schneller. Rouville? You like it? I'm pumping. If I say mayor all the time now, it's going to start to click.
You're
Yes.
manifesting it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm making it happen.
Put it out into
So-
the universe.
Yeah.
So, ladies,
Yes.
tell us about your studio and what makes it different.
We just went right in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So Fireflow is our baby.
Okay. I like it.
We started talking about it probably a year ago.
About a year.
No, about a year and a half. And it started to come to fruition last fall. COVID, sort of delayed us a little bit, but we were able to open this summer. Caitlin and I just both envisioned, manifested the exact same yoga studio that New Orleans needed, was craving,
I'm going to push this a little bit closer.
all that
Thank
good
you.
stuff. And so we started putting it on paper. We got Phil involved.
Oh, yeah.
And we started building it. So we wanted something that was super hot, super dark, and
You mean hot temperature,
Energy.
because it is hot in nature.
hot in all of it. But yes, hot in temperature. We wanted infrared heat. We wanted loud music. We wanted no mirrors. We wanted it to be dark. We wanted people to be able to come in and just let go of everything in the outside world and zone into themselves and their mats and get to practice and sweat.
I think kind of it was born out of this need to shift the perception of yoga in New Orleans. And
What is the current perception of yoga in New Orleans?
a lot of people seem to think that it's very serious, it's slow, it's boring, it's just a lot of stretching, you have to be flexible, and that's just completely false. It can be whatever you want it to be,
Ooh,
and
I
this
love
is
that.
how we interpreted it, and this is what we want to provide to people that want to work out and get an all-encompassing workout in terms of strength, stretching, and kind of mental aspect to it and letting go, and this is what we came up with.
Fitness should be whatever you want it to be.
Agreed.
It shouldn't
Yeah.
be something in a box.
Agreed.
You know.
Well, and I think something that it took me a long time to realize is that you don't necessarily. It's like when people come into Rue and they think like I have to be fit to work out here.
Right.
I had this misconception for a very long time that I had to be good at yoga in order to do it.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think that like the people that do it a lot, like it's easy for them. And so I really appreciate coming into your space, and it feels very safe and
Love that.
judgment free.
Yes.
Because
Cool.
of the setting of the environment and the music and all of that.
Yeah, I used to always think when I did yoga that I had to like prove some point.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know, because I am athletic and
Right.
I don't need to prove a point. And I mean, look, my teachers would tell me that, but I felt like the environment made you like you looked around and you're like,
Right.
shit, I need to hit these poses.
Right.
Right.
So, I mean, and that also goes back to the way that we built the sequencing. So it is accessible to beginners, athletes, men who've never stepped in a yoga studio, women who might be intimidated. The way that we sequence the classes is truly accessible to everyone with an option to build if you want something more advanced.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely not boring.
Yeah.
Good. Yes.
Well, on that note, I go with Jamie. We try to go every Wednesday morning, but sometimes life gets in the way.
Yeah.
And there were a few Wednesdays where a class was full, like maxed out. B, it was like 2-to-1 male to female ratio.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that.
no,
in
We
a
were
yoga
blown away by
class.
that as well, and
It
really
was
just
nuts.
thrilled by it. Yeah.
So cool. And
Yeah.
I think there's been maybe 1 or 2 classes I've been to where there hasn't been a guy.
Right.
Or at least multiple men
And
in
a
the
lot
room.
of those men have never done yoga before coming to Fireflow.
It's so cool.
So, yeah. It's
My favorite
great.
part was that I needed to use 3 towels.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
will
you were
sweat.
really
It
sweating.
is.
I was sweating
Yeah.
so
It's very
much.
hot.
I felt like I lost 2 gallons of water while I was in there. It was
yeah.
unbelievable.
I love listening to Phil talk about when Kevin comes to class.
Oh my gosh, Kevin.
He
is
drips everywhere.
unbelievable.
I want to
In
know.
the
let's-
lobby, by the desk.
Like, all right,
Chris
so
is
for those of
walking
you who
out.
don't know, because believe it or not, there are some people that don't go to Rue that listen to this podcast. We have reached, I believe, if you look at our iTunes statistics, we are in 18 different countries.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess they speak English there.
That's
So
awesome.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
take it. We'll take it. So explain to us what Kevin looks like in this. So for those of you who don't know, Kevin, though, he is about 5'4". I don't know, maybe 5'2", 5'3". No, the other way, 5'5", 5'6". I'm not sure, but he looks like a giant bowling ball. Okay.
Yes.
He's got like this barrel keg of a chest, all muscles.
Someone
these-
described Kevin to me as a muscle.
That's what I was about to say. He is
I would
just a
say
muscle.
it's like Kevin looks like the Hulk if you compressed his body proportions
Yeah.
and made the Hulk much shorter.
And gave him fabulous hair.
With
He's
great
got good
hair.
hair.
He has
He's got
great
great
hair.
hair.
So, and he does have a beard that I hope he never shaves. It's beautiful looking. So that's enough loving on Kevin.
But he's a sweater.
He's a sweater. Okay,
He's a
yeah, tell us
sweater.
about
As
what he
am
looks
I,
like.
as am I,
Tell us
so-
about what he looks like in the studio.
I am responsible for cleaning the studio after my
Oh,
classes,
gross.
which he's been to one of my classes. I'm not sure if he's been to one of
I
yours,
cleaned up
but
after myself
it's a
that day.
mopping situation.
Yeah.
So,
But he does.
But it's
He
fine.
does great.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's really great.
I think he finds it to be really beneficial to complement whatever weightlifting he does on a daily basis. I think he feels great when he leaves. He feels, not just that he detoxed, but that he, burned and strengthened, worked on his flexibility.
Yeah.
All of those muscles that, have so much tension,
So let's-
I'm sure.
Let's
are just
stay on that. What are the
feeling
benefits
beauty.
of yoga?
Well,
So many things.
So many things.
I mean,
Only the top 5.
I would say number one, whether you realize it or not, is a mental aspect of it. You are letting go of everything else. We have it in a dark room to kind of help you, push you to that, but it really allows you to be present and learn what presence is. It allows you to learn what focus is when you're holding a balance pose, and it's tough and you have to focus on one thing on the wall just to hold a pose. You push yourself into that mental focus to then allow your physical body to get there. So I'd truly say mental is the number one. We say you don't compete against anyone around you, you're competing with yourself. So how far you feel like pushing yourself today. On the flip side of that, it's listening to your body and knowing when you cannot push yourself that day. So it's really learning to respect yourself and clearing the mind. And then with that comes the physical side. You gain strength, you gain flexibility, you open joints that you probably don't in day-to-day life. Most people sit at a desk or look down at their phone all day and don't realize that by repetition of that, they are now creating a hunched over shoulder. So in yoga, we would open the chest and you realize like, oh, I don't do that day to day. So then you learn just aspects of your body that are growing, opening. You build a lot of strength. I don't know.
I love it. No, that's perfect.
that
Those
seems
are-
like
yeah,
way more than
it's
5.
just-
You knocked it out of the park.
I mean,
Yeah.
you get a lot from yoga. I drank the Kool-Aid and ran with it a while ago. And
Caitlin, how long have you been doing yoga?
I've been practicing for about 10
Practicing.
years. I've been teaching for about 5.
Mm-hmm.
I love the power yoga. I myself need to challenge myself a little bit more to get into the slower side of it, but I was really drawn to the physical aspect, which most people are, and then that leads you down this path of, do I want to go to the spiritual side? Do I want to go to the more mental side, the slower side, the stretching side? So you find yourself wanting to work out, and you get that through yoga, and then it just opens your mind to just this whole other world. Yoga is not just, this is another misconception, yoga is not just moving and bending. Yoga is a way of life, and we touch on the asana side, which is, asana means pose. So we focus on the physical side, but we like to say that if someone is seeking out something further than that, there are plenty of studios in this city that do great stuff. There was just nothing we felt that brought the heat, the power, the music all in one studio.
Yeah, we tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hey, we don't think you're going to be a good fit. You should go somewhere else. No, seriously. Seriously, we
I didn't
say
necessarily mean that, but
no. But I mean, like,
there
you know,
are
if you're looking
options.
for this, you know,
Yeah.
this is what we do. This is what we focus on. This is what we feel like we're best at. And
Yeah.
I
Right.
agree. Y'all bring it when it comes to vibe, level of fun.
cool. We hear that a
fitness
lot.
aspect to
We
it,
hear
you know,
fun.
and I
This
think
was so fun.
That's
And
that's important, you know. And I feel like you can have fun and move and still clear your mind at the same time.
100%.
Yeah.
And you can get it at Firefly.
And I think I've been to those studios and, you know, I've set intentions and it's a lot slower. But for me, I get more benefit coming to your classes and the heat. I mean, you talk about the mental benefits of yoga. For me, also, the heat is really good because I found like if I started stressing about what I was doing and if I looked like someone else or not, or if I was doing it right, then I start sweating more and you're already sweating a lot. So the more I could kind of calm my mind,
Right.
the
Kind of
more
rein
at
yourself
ease
back
I
in.
was in the heat and the more comfortable I was in it versus fighting against it.
Yes.
That just like ratcheted my heart rate way up.
Yes.
And so I felt like even though I maybe didn't consciously like set an intention or plan to clear my mind, that's exactly what I did.
That's
Well,
amazing.
and on the heat, we do get the room very hot. We both love
What's
it.
the temperature?
We go to 95, 97, which is not the hottest yoga you can find. We find that it's hot enough for us and our clients. But I like to
Hot
tell
enough
people,
is good enough.
Yeah.
I like to tell people when they leave, someone's like, "Oh my gosh, I made it. That was so hard." And I say, it's this type of workout. In the middle of it, you think you're gonna die. It's so hot. You have to keep moving. You think that you cannot make it anymore, and then you do, and then you're like, "Okay, I can do this." And I like to say that can translate into day-to-day life. Everyone, every day.
I was trying
meets these
to guess how many
circumstances.
more times we were going to do each side before we moved
Yeah,
on to the
right.
next thing.
Well, and
But
it's
like,
just you keep going, you keep
And I'd be like,
going, and you know that you can continue on. And in life, like for me personally, traffic is like horrible, and I lose my patience a lot.
Road
and
rage, all right.
yeah, I have road rage terribly, but
take a deep breath.
breathing, I then think of the breathing. I can calm down. I know I'm going to get through it because I know if I can get through fire flow, I can get through literally anything. I feel like it's a challenge, and it teaches you to be patient, and you'll get there.
I love it. I love it.
There was literally one time, it was a lot of balance in class, and you said something about like challenge yourself to close your eyes, and I was like, there's sweat in my eyes, they're already closed. It's fine, like already challenging.
Right. I know, and I feel like sometimes people are leaving and they feel so gross and they're just tired and whatever. And then we get a lot of, Instagram messages later. It's like, I got home, I took a shower, I had a juice. Now I feel like $1 million. And so we're constantly, I think, reminding people just stick with it, get through it. We promise in an hour you're going to feel that
I
payoff.
promise.
And they
yes.
do.
Mm-hmm. And then it becomes addictive. It's an addiction.
It's an addiction. We are addicted.
Very much.
So we really, I think, needed the studio for ourselves to have a place to go 7 days a week. The days that we aren't there, we are like, oh my God, we have to go back.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Creating a business out of something you want to do for yourself as a hobby is an
That
amazing
is
thing. It's
Well,
pretty rewarding.
That is truly where it
And that's what we
came
talked
from.
about. We said we cannot be the only people in this city that
Yeah.
want something like this. We cannot be. If the two of us, and she is accurate when she said we sat down and every idea we bounced off was just so aligned.
Yeah.
And we just decided there's no way we are the only people that feel this way.
Right.
Like this has to be a need with other people. And turns out
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I mean, I love that when you were talking about it, 15 minutes ago, you talked about manifesting it.
Yes.
We're
think
huge
that's
believers in manifesting
Right.
the universe. We've trusted our gut in every single decision
Decision.
that we've made,
Yeah.
and it has turned to be the right decision.
Have y'all had to evolve yet?
Yes.
Well, COVID.
Right.
COVID
So we
threw
had
us.
Tell us-
these
tell us a
big
little bit.
ideas of, opening with a huge party and the 50-person class.
Yeah, you
like
opened
go to
during
in New
COVID,
York.
right?
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
So we were like, mat to mat, we're going to shove 50 people in this room and have this sweaty, awesome, whatever. We're going to have
Energy
a DJ or a
and-
live band. And anyway, long story short, COVID came right when we're about to open, and it delayed us a few months. We had to completely change the launch strategy, but also the day-to-day operating just
Everything,
process.
really.
So we have capped classes. Right now we're capped at 25%, which is 14 people. I think it feels comfortable to everyone, so we have no plans to change that anytime soon. We need to leave adequate timing to clean after every class, just like you guys do. So our schedule changed. The, number of people we could allow in has changed. We also decided we weren't going to go on this crazy hiring spree right away.
Right.
We wanted to keep it to just the owners being, the people running
The main
business
teachers.
on a day-to-day basis.
What about from a yoga standpoint? Has like how you do the classes, as in learned experience, right? Has that changed at all since you've been open for 6 months?
4 months.
4 months.
I don't think
I will say that the biggest thing with customers, like from their side and their viewpoint, is people were just nervous to enter into an enclosed space. So we really had to be patient. Again, we trusted the universe that it would come, and we did everything we could to make people feel comfortable.
It's so hot it kills the coronavirus.
Right. Well, infrared heat.
That's
supposedly,
not real. That's not
but,
real.
This is not
I'm not giving out
endorsed
medical
by any
advice.
medical professionals.
That was a joke.
we did what we could to make people feel comfortable, and we still try and do that.
from a teacher standpoint, you can't walk around the room.
Right.
We stay in our zone. I think that keeps.
So no like assistance.
No assisting.
We were never
yeah.
going to assist anyway
Oh,
for
okay.
a variety of reasons, but just everyone's in their little spot. But I don't really. I mean, the way that the classes are sequenced and taught isn't different than it would have been pre-COVID. It's more just
We
like
just-
those day-to-day operating things.
And do what we can to make people aware of the processes and the rules that we've made for ourselves that we follow in terms of cleanliness and following the mayor's rules
Yep.
for the city of New Orleans.
If you haven't
So-
seen, Bradley is, I think, officially starting his campaign.
Yeah.
I'm
officially
for
starting my
it.
campaign.
I'm here for
officially
it.
starting my campaign. I don't know what year I'm going to run, but I am running for mayor. I'm going to say it again. I'm running for mayor. I'm running for mayor. I'm running for mayor. Whenever Emily put the kibosh
He's
on
manifesting.
it, I'm manifesting it.
You
Emily
have to
put the
say it out
kibosh on
loud.
it for so long, but I'm just sick of it. And you know what? You need somebody that's going to say what I'm going to say. So.
Okay.
You have my vote.
And I'm business friendly. I'm a business owner.
Right.
So
You have my vote.
small business owner. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Economic boom.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
That's
We're ready.
the mentality we've been
Yeah.
in for the last 4
Yeah.
months. So, but it's been good. I mean, people have felt safe, and I think they have been so grateful to have a place to go. I mean, if you're going to leave your house and leave work and take time away for yourself, especially in this new normal, you want it to be something that you feel is going to be a really good use of your 60 minutes.
Right.
And that makes you happy when you leave. And I think, we sort of check all the boxes. So it's been good.
I love it. I love it. What future plans for anything? Anything new
We're
on the
still
horizon?
in growth mode.
Okay.
But I guess the next big announcement will be adding a teacher.
Oh.
A teacher to
Yep.
the mix. Which
Breaking
is
news on the Root
Yes.
Fitness podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fireflow is adding a teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're super excited.
Yeah.
She's going to be great.
She's going to be great.
Can we announce her name? No. We don't have to. It's fine.
Probably not yet.
All right, we won't do that yet. Who knows? Her background check isn't back yet.
Yeah.
We'll hold off.
So
Yeah.
you could take this breaking news for a fact. What you can't take is the medical advice we gave earlier on COVID.
Also fact.
Just a reminder on that. Okay, I claim to be an expert in a lot of things. That's not one of them, although I do pay attention pretty well. So moving on.
I
Right.
guess the other thing I'll say is that we've been so pleased, excited, I don't know what the word is, to have so many Rue people come
Yes.
to Fireflow.
Whoop.
I think
It's
a
great.
lot of, weight training, athlete
Mhm.
type of people really have seen a benefit
Yeah.
coming.
Yes.
And I
to
feel
Fireflow.
like
And they keep coming back, so it
Yeah.
must be something.
Yeah.
if I had to guess, the type of people that want to go into our gym and like pick up heavy weight in a non-air conditioned space with music slamming
Yeah.
and like no mirrors are the same type of people that want to be
Right.
loud music,
That's right.
hot,
Yep.
going through flows, and get
Yep.
their sweat on,
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what we wanted.
rather
we
than
wanted
talking
this
about my
different vibe.
chakras.
And
Yeah,
I thi-
right.
And
Which
I
are
think
great,
that
but we don't do that.
those
I couldn't find my
people-
chakra if it was in
Right.
my pocket.
I think they appreciate that if they are going to take a day away from Rue, they're not feeling like it's a total rest day. They still got a physical.
And that comes down to another
Wait.
thing that we
You
consistency
think
is
they
so
take
important.
a day off from Root? No.
No.
They do
I
this
don't
and they
think.
go to y'all because they're crazy.
And they go
Y'all
to
are
spin
crazy.
and they go to
Sarah's crazy.
Some people do 6
Amy,
workouts a day.
You're
I don't
crazy.
understand it.
It's called a rest day. Active recovery.
Well, I incorporate
kidding.
on a normal workout day.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
But what
I'm
else?
giving people shit.
Yeah.
You're also 30.
Apparently, that's when you fall apart.
No, you're not.
Yoga
there
will
yet.
delay that.
You're not there yet.
Thanks.
There you
Yoga
go.
will.
You
I
heard it
promise
here.
you that.
Caitlin
Actually, I guess
Justice.
that's not a fact. I shouldn't say
Nope.
that. But
That's
More
Caitlin
medical
Justice.
advice.
right, it's not a medical.
Your
It's not
last
medical
name
advice.
is very powerful. I feel like
Thank
it
you,
puts
yeah.
some justice behind
That's
that
right,
theory.
yeah. That's right.
Caitlin says that if you do yoga, you will stop
slow
the
down the
aging,
aging.
Yeah. Slow down the aging
Yeah.
process. I'll
Yes.
take that.
So, granted, I know that some of the reason Bradley didn't do all of this is kids' schedules. Like, I'm not taking any
Yeah.
kids to jujitsu or soccer or any of that.
Right.
But a couple weekends ago,
You just described Monday and
I-
Wednesday.
told Bradley how tired I was on Friday. Like, I just felt so beat up. And his response was just a gif of, it was like 30 flashing. And I was like, no, it's because I did all of your programming this week.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And you're 30.
And I'm 30.
Well, hangovers
Caitlin, how old are
do
you?
get worse. I'm 36,
Oh, all right.
and so is Allison.
See?
No, I turned 37.
Oh, you just turned
yesterday.
37 yesterday. Oh my God. Oh my
Well,
God.
happy birthday,
I
Allison.
forgot.
Thank you.
See,
So
now
you
Caitlin,
crossed over now.
I thought you were 26, so
Thank you.
obviously yoga works,
This
right?
is-
She's
this is
36,
what I'm saying.
but it'll slow down
That's
the
what I'm
aging
saying.
process. She doesn't even need beauty counter. Look at this.
Oh my God. Please don't plug that with me. I cannot afford it.
It's a joke because of our prior conversation.
So
I know.
I didn't realize until something popped up on social media the other day. How long have y'all been friends?
Oh, we went to high school together.
Yeah,
What?
we've been friends since
Like-
we were 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew y'all had known each other quite a while. I mean,
Oh,
you
Would-
have to know
Yeah.
someone.
No,
to
we-
open a
I mean, and we
business
were
with
in
them.
close friends.
What bougie school did y'all go to again?
We went to Newman.
You went to Newman. You both went to Newman.
We went to Newman
okay.
together.
So did Phil.
I know.
Yeah.
But I had
Yeah.
no idea y'all
Home
went
of
back
Arch
that far.
Manning.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I mean, as far back as
BB
sneaking
Mac.
liquor from the convenience store
Oh,
when we were
yeah.
underage.
That was
It's,
Willow Street.
Yeah, Willow
Hi-
Street.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, explain
Yeah.
to me how you did this.
Most of the stores here do not card. It was-
So we
back
would
then they
actually leave
didn't.
School.
Yep.
and
On a
go-
Friday.
Yeah, and go get gin or Kahlua.
Hmm. Or Taka vodka.
Yeah, or Taka. Kahlua would go in a mocha sippy from Cece's.
Yep.
Then we'd go to my house
Yep.
and get ready for and we
The
get
boot?
The
Yep,
boot. Oh,
the
there was
boot.
a lot of the boot.
Yep.
One of our close friends also.
They
who
carded
you'll
the
see in
boot.
Fire Flow
Maybe they
pics,
didn't then.
Is the boot?
I'm pretty sure they carded the boot, right?
Well, we all had fake IDs. Doesn't everybody? I feel so
I
bad for
never.
Allison. Her kids are going through Newman now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, do you remember when we were in it? Like, your
Do you
daughter
remember
is
what
gonna
it
be
was like?
such a troublemaker. Like, they have
Y'all
a
turned
long
out all
road
right.
ahead.
Yeah.
I think we did.
we did.
Yeah.
I never had a fake ID, and I never went into a bar until I turned 18.
Oh wow.
I never had a fake
Wow.
ID, but I definitely. Sorry, Mom. My parents listen. There's,
Oh.
there's
It's not
So
that I'm-
not only did we have fake IDs and go to bars, but my dad would routinely come to Fat Harry's at like around 1, and he would
God.
start doing the drop-offs. I mean, whoever
Oh,
needed
my
a ride
gosh.
home.
Well, and Allison would always call her mom to come get her, and we're like, Allison, stop calling your mom. Like, we don't need her to come get us. She's like, yes.
We can get home.
But in hindsight, it actually was very helpful. I'm actually
Yeah.
thankful that she did that.
Yeah.
pre-Uber.
And,
I think
yeah,
s-
yes,
Right.
yes.
I know.
It was the safest way.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, I feel like a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact.
There it is.
I mean, it's pretty standard, I'd say, to go at 16. My first bar was the boot at 16.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think so too.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
A business owner.
owners and fitness enthusiasts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You can do it too.
teaching
Yeah.
people about a healthy
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
You can have it all.
We do feel like we have it all. So.
Yeah. I'm living the dream. I say that every day.
Yeah.
I get to wake up, go to my own studio, teach my own yoga classes.
Yeah.
I love to mop at this point. Like, I
Yeah.
joke with Allison and Phil. I'm like, I'm mopping my
Right.
own studio.
You know, that's funny.
Yes.
That
It's
is
just so
Brennan's
great.
favorite part of jujitsu
Yeah.
is when they make him mop after. I'm like, what'd you do today at jujitsu? Oh, I mopped.
Yeah.
It's actually very
You pay
fun.
$120
Right.
a month for you to go to jujitsu and you're mopping? You're
Well,
getting
it's
the something
a
about
great
mopping?
skill to learn, actually.
What is this, Miyagi-Do?
Yes. I mean, you signed him up after Cobra Kai, right? So it's very fitting that he's mopping.
What'd you learn today? I painted the fence? What?
Right.
What?
It's a good skill to learn, but there is something to be said. It's a truly fantastic
Do you
feeling.
find that you're better at mopping your house now?
I don't really mop my house, but it's great to mop
You
the
definitely
studio.
went to Newman.
Yeah, I care way more about the studio, but it's something really cool too. I've just never had anything like this. Allison's had several businesses, and I really never have had anything like this. So
Well,
it's
look,
really
one day you
great.
get to a place where your dad will mop.
Yeah,
That's what happens here.
Yeah.
My dad scrubs the floor.
Right.
I could see
Love you,
Jerry
Dad.
coming
No,
in
you
and
crush it.
mopping one
Yeah.
day.
Shout
Greg
out.
Schneller.
Shout out to Greg
I
Schneller.
think we're just gonna train Dylan and Evie like
Yeah,
Brendan. They
yeah.
already help.
They're dying to work at the studio. So
I was listening to a podcast, and it was yesterday, and it was about support and like accepting support and then making people feel comfortable just to generate more time and create more energy. And one of the things they talked about was teaching your toddlers to set the table.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because A, they're capable. It teaches them how to be capable. They feel like they're
Yeah.
involved. And even if it saves you 30 seconds, that's
Yeah.
30 seconds you're getting back in your life.
Absolutely.
So throwing that out there, teach your toddlers how to set the table. I would recommend this if you're using butter knives only. If you're using steak knives, maybe they don't set the table. I don't know.
I would recommend adding a place card assignment. Dylan and Evie take great pride in place cards, and it also gives you an extra 15 minutes where they go up to the playroom, design the place cards.
Oh,
that's a trick.
Really
That's a little
nice.
trick there.
I am adding
That's a
that
trick.
in. Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
That's good.
And then every week or two, they have too much food on them, so they have to,
Make some new ones.
exactly.
Brendan takes his own shower now.
So do mine. It's game changing.
Yeah. It's also sad.
It is sad. I know. It is sad. Phil and I had this conversation this morning. I was telling Caitlin, we went to dinner last night for my birthday, and Evie dressed up as Aurora in this very ridiculous,
Elegant gown.
and Dylan is a bat. And Phil was looking at the picture this morning. He's like, I mean, this really needs to slow down. We took
Yeah.
a 5 and an 8-year-old out to dinner, and they, on their own, came down ready as Aurora and a bat. I mean, that in 2 years is just not happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's
So-
over. Where'd you go to dinner?
True food.
True Food. Okay. Did you wear a costume too?
I didn't.
Right, just checking.
It's her party.
She could do what she wants.
Yeah, no. I was at yoga. I actually woke up and started my day at Fireflow teaching. And Caitlin said repeatedly, why don't you not come to work and just
Take a
take your
day.
birthday? And I couldn't imagine not starting my day at Fireflow. It was
Yeah,
great.
it's weird. Like for my birthday, if it's Monday through Friday, I like to be here.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's hard to leave town. I mean,
Yeah.
3 days is the max.
Yeah.
I can't be gone for
Right.
more than 3 days. I
Right.
miss the studio.
Yeah.
I'm just obsessed. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've had to be extra careful, Emily and I both, with COVID. So like we have to make some sacrifices where we can go, where we can't go. And I mean, there's an acceptable level of risk to everything, right?
Right.
What are we willing to live with that risk factor?
Yeah.
But I mean, if I get COVID and Emily gets COVID, fudge. You're welcome,
Thank
Allison.
you.
There, your kids can still listen. Like, we got to shut the gym down,
I know.
Right.
That's-
which would
It's-
suck. So I mean, I have to be
Yeah.
super duper careful.
That's how we feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been tested. Sarah's been tested.
Yep, so have we.
Yep.
Yeah, good. It was mandatory for Allison and Caitlin to get tested before they came to our podcast.
Yeah.
We actually had the saliva test.
Just smile and
flown
nod.
in.
Smile and
They
nod.
spit
run
in
with
a
it.
cup before they walked in. Did you know that exists?
What?
The saliva test?
No, I got the thing up my nose.
Me too.
That wasn't bad. I giggled.
Well, wait. Did
I
you get like
cried.
the OG
Real
one?
tears. Yeah.
Okay, then
Yes.
yeah, that's
it
different.
hurt very bad.
Because it got more mellow. By the time I got mine done, let's just say they were thorough, but they weren't like touching my brain. Like,
that's
I was
what I tell people. It
Yeah.
felt like it went into my brain.
It was good.
And I
I
cried.
giggled. And we had to get flu
Well-
tests done at the same time, so I got
Oh God.
both in both nostrils,
Yeah.
four
Lovely
swabs.
day.
fantastic.
It's fun. So anyway, the saliva test. You spit in a cup. It started to get on a plane to go to Hawaii because they wanted to make sure everyone was negative. And now I think it's starting
Wow.
to be mass produced here by some tech company in California. But be a game changer.
Yes.
You get your results in like 5 minutes.
Oh,
That sounds
really?
a lot better.
So that way you know when you're on a plane going
Yeah.
to Hawaii, trapped in a tube for 6
Right.
hours.
Totally.
We haven't
I think it's
ventured
4.5, 5.
anywhere like that. We've been
No.
here.
I haven't flown either. I haven't flown. I'm itching.
Yeah. I know.
We're kind of limited right now.
Yeah, one day
Okay.
when you hire the new person, what's her name?
I almost said it too. It's a secret. It's a
The time
secret
of
right
years
now.
It'll be out there. But
It
we're
will.
gonna do
It will be.
We're gonna do.
We're very. This goes back to our belief in the universe. We don't rush anything. We don't.
Yeah.
We just
Right.
let
Just
things
like David Griffin and the
unfold.
Pelicans. You were taking your sweet time, brother,
We're taking our
for the
time.
coach. Anyway, what's your schedule? What's the Fire Flow schedule?
So we've got a variety of 6:30 a.m. classes, 8:30 a.m., some 9:30s. On Fridays we do a noon, so skip Galatoire's, come to Fire Flow. And then we've got 5:30
5:30s.
p.m. most evenings, and then Saturday, 2 classes on Saturday mornings, 9:15 and 11:15, and a Sunday 2 p.m. We are hoping to add another Sunday.
You know, it'd be
soon.
cool.
What?
If you did like a late Friday or Saturday night class, like 10:30 p.m., and then had like drinks after or something.
That is way too late.
It's COVID.
Just to, like
My bedtime on a
goes into a
Friday is 8
party.
p.m. at this point. I
Same.
don't.
But
stay out late
so
anymore.
we also offer privates. We get a lot of privates, especially in COVID.
Caitlin does not take
environment.
10:30 p.m. privates, just for the
No.
record.
I don't.
No.
It's also weird.
It is
but,
weird. It would be weird.
but privates could happen at any time, I guess, if we
Yeah.
find the right person to take that. But we do get a lot of private classes, which is great. Groups of 1 to 4, sometimes more than that. But that's been really beneficial to people who are worried about working.
Yeah.
out.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Anything else to add, ladies?
Come sweat with us.
Ooh, I
at
like it.
Fire Flow.
Find your fire.
Find your fire.
Let go and flow.
Yeah.
Let go and flow. What other sayings do you have? Is it find your fire?
We do
You
say
kept
that.
saying I knew you said that.
We do say that. I say that a lot.
What else you got? Come on, give me something witty to end on.
Witty. Well, that's
I mean,
pressure.
their big one is let go and flow.
Let go
Yeah.
and flow. Right.
Yes.
I spent
There's
20
a big neon
minutes
sign.
trying to make some type of metaphorical joke with justice being your last name.
Oh,
like the,
you want some from high school?
no, I was trying to relate it to yoga.
Oh, they're not related to yoga.
I couldn't, so it kind of threw me off there. but we made it through. Good deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what's a justice joke then? What's a Newman
Well-
justice joke?
Oh gosh.
All right,
I'll
never
give
mind.
one of the tame ones. Justice for all was a tame one.
Oh shit!
And
Well,
that
there
was
you
a
have
tame
it,
one.
folks. I hope you enjoyed our podcast on Fire Flow and
sweat with
yoga.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great time. You should
It'll change your
do it.
life.
It'll change your life. I like it.
Yeah.
Yoga for all. Damn. All right. Make sure. You anything else, Sarah?
No.
Cool. 5-star reviews only. Kind words.
Remember,
Only
4 sentences,
4 sentences.
or more gets you a free fit aid at Rue.
Yep. Screenshot it and bring it to your coach, and they will. And that is review on the podcast. So like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. Peace out.
Bye.